welcome to this episode of the Womanly Way podcast. I am your host, Lala Angela Wang. I feel like giving myself a pat on the back because this is a pre-recorded episode because we are going on a bit of a road trip tomorrow to a little town called Wagga Wagga here in Australia, the state of New South Wales, for a family occasion. So we will be driving down tomorrow afternoon, but I'll be working there Thursday, Friday. And I just thought, it would be good to actually record it properly instead of lugging all of my equipment with me down there because I'll be bringing my work computer, but I normally do my podcast on my own personal computer. Anyway, all the details. So I'm actually quite proud of myself. And this is kind of relating to our topic today that I want to talk to you guys about. Um, a lot of, I guess, my mum friends or colleagues have been asking me about, how I juggle, um, self care and mum life and business and everything. I think I just want to have this open statement by saying, to me, it's actually not a juggle, and I think that is the, I guess, a key mindset piece for this because when you think about it as a juggle, already it's got that frantic energy of trying to catch all the balls and make sure they don't fall. I remember a couple of years ago when I was I was invited as a guest speaker on an industry event, and I kind of describe it as imagining you're floating down a slow river stream. It's a calm day, water flows slowly. You're on this massive, beautiful pink flamingo floater that you're laying down on, and you just got this net that kind of catches everything, every ball that's floating down the river. That's how I see creating harmony and balance in my day with my various roles compared to the panic and just frantic energy of juggling balls in the air. But I thought, it's holiday season's approaching, a lot of work deadlines probably are there, and there are also holiday related tasks, family responsibilities, personalities, just overall frantic energy. And I really wanted to support everybody this holiday season so we can all come out of the other end on the 1st of January, or maybe the second first, we might still be celebrating on the 2nd of January, feeling calm, collected, peaceful, and not feeling like we're exhausted. I my I guess inspiration or what would make me really happy is everyone come out on a 2nd of Jan go, you know what, it's been the best holiday season ever because everybody was calm, and even if there are other people that are not calm, at least in our direct family unit, that's you and your kids and your other half, or your beloved other significant other, um, all managed to go through it pretty calmly. So, I present to you some of my research, what some of the top CEOs, successful people are doing. And the reason why I know that what this is what some of the very successful people are doing is because I got these tips from some of the most successful people in terms of how we re-energize, how we find balance and harmony in our day to day. So without further ado, let's just jump in. Um, this first one is called the power of micro breaks. Even if it's just 2 minutes, right? Some people are suggesting that you're meant to take water breaks every hour anyway. I think for me, who's got short attention spans, and every hour, like every 45 minutes to an hour, you take a 2-minute break. That's perfectly normal. Go to the bathroom, have some water, and maybe not stepping out of the office every hour, unless if you're a smoker, you might be doing that. But smoking is also not recommended. So 2 minutes break, right? Even if it's just walking around the office, getting yourself some water, go to the bathroom, do whatever, but just movement allows your blood circulation to recirculate again. And then what I would recommend is, if you can, morning tea, lunch, afternoon tea, 3 times a day, or at least morning tea and lunch. Depends on what time you have lunch, right? I don't normally have afternoon tea because my morning tea / breakfast is around 10 and then my lunch is around 2. And by the time I finish my lunch, I need to leave the office by 4:30 at the latest to pick up Joy. So I have morning tea and lunch. Try to get out of the office, go to nature, barefoot on ground to ground. And while you're grounding, what I'm finding, I've started to do as much as I can. Sometimes I am a bit lazy. I do have to encourage myself to do this more. Is while you're standing on the ground barefooted, do a 3 round of 30 breath work. So essentially, it's super easy. You go breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Do it for 30 rounds. All right. And on your 30th breath, breathe in and then just hold and then let it all out slowly. And then you repeat the 30 cycle. You go 29 times. On the 30th time, you go breathing and you hold it. And then you go for as long as you can. Okay, you can do that. Or if you're very brave, you can do the breath of fire. But I think in terms of keeping us calm, we don't really want to send our energy to fight or flight. So breath of fire can send your energy to that fight or flight state, right? So you're better off doing calm breath. So you do 30, essentially 29 normal breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth, and then an extra long one on the 30th count. And then you repeat that pattern again. So that's something you could do easily before, after food. I tend to do after food. I go for a walk and then I ground and then do some breathing. That also allows you to get some vitamin D as well. Interesting fact. So cholesterol, when you eat animal fat and when the sun hits your skin, guess what happens? Our body performs photosynthesis as well. The sun ray doesn't just translate to vitamin D in your body, but sun ray plus cholesterol actually transform the cholesterol into vitamin D in your body. So in order to be vitamin D sufficient, it's not just be under the sun. It's also having enough good animal fat. And seed oil does not allow your body to do that photosynthesis process, which means what you'll find is a lot of people who consume mainly seed oil or no animal fat are likely to be vitamin D deficient. Interesting, isn't it? Okay, the next bunch of exercises, actually quite fun to do. But if you're a little bit self-conscious or you just doesn't like to do funny things in public, unlike me, you might want to do it in your own privacy, in the privacy of your own home. So do it in the morning or after you get home. Some of these. The first one, years ago when I was doing a public speaking at a conference for certifiers, building certifiers, all very serious, geeky people. None of them wanted to participate because they thought I was being silly. But Superman pose, power pose, standing legs shoulder width apart, hand on your hips, and just like standing as tall as you can. Bonus, if you go like this, tilt your head back, or if you can do handstand, even better, but I can't do handstand, so I just tilt my head back. So when your head is not in this normal upright position, what it does is it goes into confusion and relaxes. It stops thinking, basically. So if you want to change your state, which is change your mood, change your feeling, change how you're feeling, that's what you do. Power pose, head back, or you do handstand, or you do cartwheels. Funny, right? But that essentially get your brain out, or essentially get you out of your head. And that's what we want to do in order to relax, right? Get out of your head. Laughing yoga is another good one. So you literally just go, see how as soon as you start laughing, it's like it's so contagious, even if you're just pretending. This is when you want to fake it till you make it. Right? So you go, keep laughing, and keep laughing. And really, what you're producing are all of your happy hormones, right? Because our brain and our body does not know, it cannot distinguish from pretending, imagining, or real. So fake it till you make it with your laughing yoga. Okay, finally, this is the one you definitely probably don't want to do in public. Unless you're like me again, with no shame, but even I would do it silently. So it's called a lion's pose. You can be on the floor and do it, but you can literally do it sitting down. So you just go. What you want to do is the ugliest of squinchy face that you can do. Pull your tongue out and as forward as you can. So pull the back of your tongue as forward as you can. And what you really want to do is to do a lion's roar, like Rah! Sorry, I probably should give you a bit of warning. Should we do it 3 times together? Okay, are you ready? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Rah! And if you're watching me live, you'll be like, oh my god, what's this crazy woman doing? Because I literally have my whole face scrunched in. Okay, that's 1. We're gonna do 2 more together. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Rah! One last one. You ready? Make sure it's good. 3, 2, 1. What you actually want to do also is trying to open up your eyes. I tend to close my eyes, but you really want to make sure your eyes are open and your tongues are sticking out. A bit like the Maoris when they do their haka. It's not just scaring your enemies off, but what it actually does, right? It activates all the muscles around your face, around your eye, around your tongue, and it releases a negative energy. And if you can do it with intention, it's even better. It's actually a very famous yoga pose, which, oh my god, just it's actually one of my favorite energy release exercise. Okay, the last 2, I promise, are as not ugly, as not ugly as the first one. So the third concept I want to have for you guys is called task stacking. How you essentially combine self-care into your daily chores. This is like dancing while you're cooking. But this is also finding ways that you can prepare your meals quicker. It might be meal prep, but for me, oh my god, air fryer. I know a lot of people are like, but it's toxic, it's this and that. Make sure you put foil or baking paper on top of the tray. They are also non-toxic air fryers now from a company called I think it's called can't remember the name of the company, but they are non-toxic air fryers that you can get from the US. I'm not sure if we can get it in Australia. You might be able to get it from Amazon. So but it's a great time saver, right? It's steaks 10 minutes, chicken I cook it for a bit longer, let's say 15 to 20 depending on the body part. But generally, unless you're cooking a big piece of meat, under 20 minutes, your protein's cooked. This is another good thing about being on the carnivore diet is that I only have to cook one thing, protein. That's it, right? And it's just so much quicker for me. Um, Again, some people might be like, microwave eggs, scrambled eggs. Microwaves are unhealthy, but you know, I think there are healthier compromises that we can make. But it's easy, and for me, it just saves time. And while I'm waiting for my microwaving things, I could do affirmations. I could be journaling. I could essentially play some meditation music and do a visualization. Those are all things that will help us stay focused. But I really think pick an affirmation that you really love that suits your current mood and have that as your affirmation while you're doing your chores. Chore time are the best affirmation time as long as you're doing it with intention. Or you can, like I said, dance while you're cooking or have your dumbbells with you, do squats while you're cooking as well. I've done that before. Um, my mum does what they call a super slow run with 108 beat running in the background. So you can do, essentially running on the spot, right? Or you can do star jump. You can do whatever you want while you're cooking because you don't really have to stir all the time. The other thing that I started to implement is family meditation slash exercise. George is strong enough now to lift half a kilo of dumbbell. So he would do squats and things with me or try and copy me. So I'll let him have something light while I've got my own dumbbell so we can do it together. But also meditation. I'm starting to teach George to relax a bit more. Sometimes he gets into this franticness, just wanted to fix whatever things he want to fix on the spot. So all I said to him is, George, calm down. Okay, take a breath in, and he will. He will be like, and then I said, breath out. And I ask him, are you feeling better? He'll be like, yeah. We'll do it again. And for kids, sometimes it's not about calming them down. It's just about shifting the focus. But he sees me doing my meditation, and I would be saying to him, give me 5 minutes. I'm meditating. And then he would sit there, and sometimes he would copy me. Sometimes he would go and play. But he understands when I say, give me 5 minutes, I'm meditating, I'm meditating. I've got the music playing in the background. It's about building habits. It's about inviting your kids into your world and do all the things. So then, one, you get to enjoy your time, but also they are starting to incorporating all these healthy habits as well. So to me, it's a win-win. Or even simply by doing gratitude with your kids. George is still a bit young at the moment. He doesn't understand gratitude. But when your kids have the vocabulary and they understand gratitude, I think dinner time is a great time to talk about what we're grateful for today, what's happened today, who do we want to send love to today. George has a friend at daycare. They're really good friends, but they also have this love-hate relationship, right? They fight, they argue. The kid has bitten George numerous times, but every time he comes home and upset about this child, I always say to him, I don't think he meant it, right? Just like how when you hit mommy and daddy, or when you spit at mommy and daddy, you don't mean it. It's just that our emotions take over control and we get out of control. So can we forgive him and send him love? And he understands that. So we send people love before we go to bed. And I think that's a beautiful habit to start teaching our kids and start practicing ourselves to bring us to more love, more compassion, more forgiveness, and in turn, more calmness and more peace in our life. So I hope these tips are useful, are practical, and they don't take long. They don't have to take long. Even with exercising, if I can only do 5 minutes, I'll do 5 minutes. I'll do as long as I can, and I'll come back later. Because you can actually stack your exercises. You don't have to do 30-minute blocks, right? So the intention is throughout the month of November and December, we'd love to offer you guys different tips and tricks on how to get through the holiday season and hopefully makes it a lot easier for you this year. And most importantly, just remember whatever you're experiencing right now, you are not alone. The energy collectively, the collective energy around us right now, especially around the holiday season, is intense. We've just gone through a intense period of transformation as well, and we're about to transit. Pluto is about to transit into Aquarius for the next little while. So there's a lot of energy shift in the air, in the sky, in astrology, um, globally around, it's the result of US election and many major elections about to come out around the world in the next year or so. So they're about to be intense energies. And our job really is to first of all serve ourselves and look after our own energy, and from there looking after our family's energy. So I hope these tips has helped you, as unique as they are. And on that note, I also wish that you have a lovely week, weekend, day, night, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Look after yourself, look after your family, and look after all of your energies around you. Look after your energy first, and then look after the energies of people around you through your own loving, compassionately energy, um, acting as a ripple effect. I'm starting to talk nonsense now, so I'm just gonna say bye bye, and I will chat to you guys next time. Bye. Love you all.